Hey, greetings everybody. So as promised, here is your review for your final, but I wanted to start out and show you how the grades are distributed and the fact that this exam is weighted a little bit more because it's 25 points and not 20 points like the other two. And so as follows, the date your final exam is due is December 11th. Even though it says final submission date, please do not do that because I am going to put grades in right away based on what I see in ALEKS and D2L. And this video is mostly silent, so please make sure that you pause it when you need to. You can see the full list from 1 to 25 of all the topics that are on your final. So starting with the first one, writing an equation to represent a proportional relationship. And what I did was I tried to make sure that I clicked on how you solve it, but you can do this yourself. You can search for the topic and you can do that yourself. And so in order to get ready, especially if you didn't like a grade that you saw before from an exam, just make sure that you write down everything that is in the solutions, the explanations. Chapter 3 is usually a little bit more difficult for students. And so when you get to graphing, you can use something called Desmos. Desmos has many types of graphs. So it'll show up on the screen in a second.
I don't know. I like
Desmos
both.
Open
I like
Graphing
Inspires
Calculator. You
and
can
I like
just go
Desmos.
to
So it doesn't matter.
desmos.com and you
The
can
cool
log
thing
in
about
to
Desmos is
your
you can log
account
in with your
using your Google or your Apple
Google account.
sign
So
in.
I don't know what
And
it's doing.
then
It
you
just
can
automatically
save the
logged me in.
graphs
It's
that
probably
you
because it's so
create.
used to me
So
being on
pretty
it.
much what I did
Because
is
it
I
didn't even
took
ask for permission.
that
Anyway, so
equation
I think it was,
and I'm going to show you
it
how
still.
you
It's
can
y
write it in
plus
different
2x.
forms,
So y
but
plus
it's still the same
2x.
line. Do be careful with Desmos. There's all kinds of YouTube videos on Desmos.
Equals 7.
I've made a couple of them, but
the cool thing, and this is what I didn't
not
like
the
about
like
my
the
iPad.
how-tos, the basics. I haven't done. So
the whole graph,
you see y plus 2x equals 7, and then if I switch things around, you can also see that you get the same points. That's the y-intercept 0, 7, and the x-intercept is 3.5, comma 0. So I'm just going to switch.
ALEKS. But the cool thing about Desmos is that I can rewrite this in self-intercept form. So
this equation is actually not in standard form. We always want the x term first.
Standard form is
so
2x
ax
plus
by equals c
equals 7.
Is the way that we want
x has to be first.
Have it in standard form, but it's the same exact line. The blue one is on top of the red one.
Blue off, you see red.
In order to get a table, I'm going to show you how you have to solve for y. So all you would do is subtract 2x from both sides, and you would get y equals 2x plus 7.
Because if I just subtract the x term over on the other side, then I get y equals, why do I keep typing something else? Y equals probably the coffee I drank. 2x plus 7. You see now it's the same line. So you see all three are the same line. But in order to get a table, you need to have it as y equals. Okay, it has to be y equals or you won't even see what I'm about to show you. So you see here.
And so here I'm just showing you how to get a table
again. When I click the settings button,
the function, you see that it doesn't work for the red one or the blue one. It only works for the green one because I have it in Y-intercept form.
If anybody in here is going to take anything advanced like pre-calculus or
and then lastly, for any of you who are possibly going to take pre-calculus or calculus, I am showing you how y equals is the same as f of x. So that's just reading f of x equals negative 2x plus 7, and you see all 4 ways are the same.
I'm sorry, all 4 equations mean exactly the same thing. Okay, so that's just something if you want to, if you end up taking pre-calc or calculus, right? We'll use f of x, it's f as a function of x, right? So anyway, either one, you will be able to get a table. So the y equals or the f of x equals, but I'm just going to stick with the y equals. Oh, and you can change the thickness of the line, and you can also change the color here. Dashed lines, dotted lines, they mean something different. So if you're just doing linear functions and all 4 are linear functions, you want to keep it a solid line. Dotted lines are usually used for inequalities. So anyway, so if I click on, I'm turning this purple one. I was trying to turn the purple one off. I must need, I'm telling you right now, I want to turn it off. It won't let me turn it off. I know why. Okay, that's why. Okay, there we go. So I needed to close that. All right, so I'm going to do a table of just, okay, I need my mouse because it's just going to zoom in too much. Let me hide my face over here too. Just put that over there. So you see here, it will plot a set of points for me. If I want more points, I just need to click in the box and keep hitting enter. It'll create more points for me. It'll go on forever. So if you wanted to evaluate something at a certain point, it will give it to you in the table. All right. So that's just a little preview you don't need all those points. So I'm going to actually delete it and then, delete. I'm going to actually do it again because it gives you, the basic points that you need. Also, I'm going to close that. I'm going to plot one of the points so you can see what Desmos does as well. So if I wanted to just plot the y-intercept, I would plot 0, 7, so 0, 7, and then I can actually label the point and it'll keep it on there for me. There's all kinds of stuff Desmos does, but there you go. So if you're having any trouble with linear functions, I recommend that you use Desmos to help you see what's going on a little bit clearer. So yeah. So you can use that just to help you understand some things a little bit better. Okay, which one was that? That was graphing a line given its equation in standard form. Okay, graphing a line. Okay, so the next one is finding the slope. All right, so the slope of a line, and then here's the steps for finding the slope of a line. I never liked the rise over run method, but I mean, some people like it. Is there anything below here? Okay, so it's -3/4. Finding the slope and y-intercept of a line given its equation in standard form. I would say this one's probably one of the most challenging ones, because it's challenging for a lot of reasons. So if you wanted to spend time on this one, I would do, how you can keep clicking, try another. I would say spend some time on that until you feel like you're clear about it. Standard form. Okay, so writing the equation of a line. So this one is point slope form. That one might be a little challenging, but again, just do more problems in that section. It can look like a jumbled up mess, but you're just replacing y1 and x1 in the slope. They give you the slope, so at least you don't have to calculate the slope for that one. Wait, what is that one? Writing the equation of a line, point, slope, form. (21). Finding the slope and y-intercept. So you're just identifying the slope and y-intercept. That one's probably one of the easiest ones, I would think. So make sure you have that clear. Solving distance, rate, and time. That one's a little bit involved. So again, I would practice one. It's pretty straightforward, but making that table sometimes can be a little bit much. Look at that for a second. I need some water. Solving distance, right? And I do believe, well, I'll give a look at what I have on what I already made videos of. Oh no, I just did that one. I'll pull that up in a second. So there's that. Solving a word problem using a two-step linear inequality. That one might have a little challenge to it. Again, if it's super foreign to you or it's just like looks like gibberish, just do more problems like it till you feel like it has sunk in. Oh, why is everything so strange? Okay, I'm just looking for my playlist, and I don't know if it's this, I'm in the wrong spot or what. And then find the slope given 2 points. So they're showing you two different ways, which it can be a little confusing, but it's still not taking me to the spot that I need to go to. Why is that? Dashboard, maybe. Nope. It keeps taking me to my studio, and I don't know why I want to just show me my playlist. It still won't do it. I don't know why everything is always so goofy. Okay. Anyway, so that's all of it. I'm trying to videos maybe. Okay. All right. So I think this is the right place. So I'm gonna put it in the chat and then I'm gonna open it on my iPad. I gotta find the Zoom on my other computer though. This is the old math final, but it's the same topics. The one where you see math final. But you see I have solving distance. I thought I could blow it up. Oh, there we go. Solving distance, rate, and time problems, finding the perimeter of an area, solving mixture problems. So I'm not sure. Finding the slope of 2 points, that's on the final. Finding the slope given the graph, yep, that's on the final. But anyway, so some of these might be chapter 2 topics, but like let me just click on the one that I said definitely. So like this one right here. Okay.
Hi everybody, it's your favorite math professor, Dr. T, back for another video. So I'm going to choose this time.
Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
You can? Okay.
Go to one of the ones down here that's at 50%. And we are just going to calculate the slope of a line. Now you have to be very careful. So when I do these kinds of problems, I always label X, comma, Y so that you know where to place them in the slope formula. So the formula for the slope is M equals Y2 minus y1 over x sub 2. I should have said x sub. So you don't think that they're exponents. And there's a couple of tricks that you can do. So if you want to stack them on top of each other like this, then you can kind of see a little bit clearer what's going to happen. So for my y2, I'm going to choose -6. So slope is equal to -6 minus 7. You have to be careful with signs. And then you have to choose from the same set that you started with. So then it would be your x2 would be 2. And then your x1 would be minus -3. So you have to be careful. So I end up with -13 over 5. Okay, the two negatives, it's a negative of a negative, so it changes to a positive. And then let's just check our answer. For some reason, it does not like my Apple Pencil. And I just hit the slash just to keep it simple. Okay.
Maybe I'll find a playlist because it's always so hard.
Let's try another.
I don't know why, but it's a bit of a
Let's try another. So luckily my formula and my labels stay the same. So again, I'm just going to, you can write them in a stacked way if you like, but I'm just going to select directly from the coordinates and then 2 minus a -4. So because we have negatives in the center, it's a negative of a negative, so it changes to a positive. So this ends up being 5 plus 4 over 2 plus 4, which is a 9 over 6. And we reduce that. So both of these can be reduced. You can divide 3 into 9 and 3 into 6. So we end up with 3 over 2. So 3, and then I put the slash. You can use the fraction tool, but I don't need to use it because I like quick access. Okay, so there you go.
You too, Kevin. So I added the playlist in the chat box. I don't know why I can't ever find the playlist fast, but there it is.
All right, let's try another. And again, I'm going to do the same thing since my labels kind of remain the same. So, and you can also write x1, y1. Sorry, put the comma there. And then x2, y2, if it helps. That's the way I learned it. So 5 minus a -6 over -4 minus a -9. And I end up with 11 over 4 plus 9. No, sorry, -4 plus 9 is going to give me a +5. So my slope is 11 over 5. Okay, so please practice this. This is really important for any upper level math course. So if you're moving on to college algebra, or even if you move on to statistics, you definitely need to understand the slope of a line, because even in statistics, you do regression lines and etc. All right, so as always, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.